going to demo something which I did before in a club. I did it at Barbarella's in Croatia, and yeah, it's a fun little technique basically for using free decks to kind of build tension and build to a point where you kind of drop it into something else, and it's like a pivot point basically where the style of the set can kind of change, or the momentum can change a little bit. So I'm going to start basically with kind of more tech house track, I guess. And then what I've got is a track which is quite a small little loop, really. I mostly just use it for a loop at the end. And it's a bit more of a curveball. I look for these tracks which often don't have so many drums, and they're quite fun for like layering and just, yeah, kind of building that tension basically. Yeah, and that's one of those tracks, it just kind of builds and just loops around really, but it's fun to layer with other stuff. And what I did in Croatia this time was kind of use these two tracks to get into something which sounds like this, which is a bit different. So yeah, you've got to imagine that I'd usually be playing at this point in a style which is more, slightly more minimal, stripped back, and then I use this kind of transitional looping tension building track to then drop into something else and kind of build a moment there basically.
Corridor, pass it away to the floor. Down the line, the corridor, pass it away to the floor. Wish. So yeah, hopefully you kind of get this sense of everything building towards a moment, and then that's a point where, you go into the drop on the third deck, and yeah, it kind of has this like drama to it. And yeah, it's a fun one for obviously, yeah, building tension. And as I was saying, like,
it gives you a point in which you can kind of change the direction. And I think often what I'm looking to do is to kind of build a little world and like a little kind of sound and vibe, and then there's a point where that kind of switches and it moves into something else. So rather than just mixing between two tracks in quite like a normal way, it's maybe fun to find these like tools which, you know, can help you do it in a way which is a bit more exciting and dynamic, basically.